In the quiet town of Clarksburg, West Virginia, where neighbors greet each other with warm smiles and the hum of everyday life, offers a comforting sense of normalcy. A tragic event unfolded that left an entire community reeling. Elaine LeBen was known to many as a devoted mother, a pillar of kindness who never hesitated to offer a helping hand. At 64 years old, she had weathered life's challenges with grace, always putting family first. But behind the closed doors of her modest home, tension simmered far more intensely than anyone could have imagined. Elaine had recently done what any loving mother might do. She bailed her daughter, 41-year-old Shanna Marie Vannerman, out of jail. Shanna had been arrested in January for assaulting a government official and disorderly conduct, a string of offenses that hinted at deeper struggles beneath the surface. Despite the tension and the heartache that often accompanies such situations, Elaine welcomed her daughter back into her home, holding on to the hope that this might be a turning point, a chance for healing, a chance for redemption. But hope can be a fragile thing. On March 22nd, that fragile hope shattered in the most unimaginable way. Elaine LeBen was found dead, her lifeless body bearing the unmistakable marks of violence. She had been stabbed to death, and the walls that once witnessed family dinners and bedtime stories now bore the silent horror of a crime that defied comprehension. Elaine was a creature of habit. She kept a regular schedule, attended community events, and rarely missed her weekly coffee dates with close friends. When she failed to show up for a planned lunch and calls went unanswered, concern began to ripple through her social circle. At first, they rationalized it. Maybe she was busy, maybe her phone had died. But as hours stretched into a full day, worry tightened its grip. Friends said it wasn't like her to disappear, but no one expected where she would be found. As friends and family started to piece together Elaine's last known whereabouts, their concern escalated. The last confirmed sighting was at her home, where neighbors had seen her gardening just the day before. When another day passed with no sign of her, the police were called. What started as a routine welfare check soon turned into something far more alarming. Officers arrived at the residence. They found no immediate signs of struggle. The house was tidy, as if Elaine had simply stepped out and would return at any moment. But as they searched further, they noticed something troubling. Her car was in the driveway, and her purse was still inside the house. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. It wasn't until they checked the garage that the grim reality revealed itself. There, hidden from view, lay Elaine's lifeless body. She had been stabbed multiple times, and the scene told a story of violence and desperation. Investigators worked quickly to secure the area and begin the search for answers. As detectives pieced together the timeline, suspicion quickly fell on Shauna. She had been the last person to see Elaine alive, and their relationship had been marked by turbulence in recent months. Neighbors reported hearing loud arguments late at night, though none could have predicted it would end in murder. In the days that followed, Shauna's behavior raised more red flags. She seemed detached, even cold when speaking to investigators. It was the kind of demeanor that sent chills down the spines of those who knew her. When police found inconsistencies in her story, the pressure mounted. What could drive a daughter to commit such an unthinkable act? As investigators dug deeper, a dark picture began to emerge. Financial troubles, resentment, and a history of volatile arguments painted a complex portrait of a relationship on the brink. Elaine had supported Shauna through her struggles, but it appeared that support had bred resentment rather than gratitude. Text messages revealed heated arguments about money and accusations of betrayal. The tension had reached a boiling point, and on that fateful night, it finally erupted. With Shauna now in custody, the town of Clarksburg struggles to process the tragedy. How could this happen in a place where everyone knows your name? How could a mother who gave so much meet such a violent end at the hands of her own daughter? As the trial approaches, the community waits for answers, though they know some questions may never be fully resolved. In the end, this is not just a story of crime, it is a story of broken bonds, of love turned to anger, and of the haunting reality that sometimes the greatest danger comes from those we hold closest. As the court date loomed, the small town watched with bated breath. Legal experts anticipated a complex trial where the defense would argue diminished capacity, citing Shanna's mental health struggles. The prosecution, however, painted a picture of premeditation, pointing to the financial motives and long-standing resentment. In the courtroom, friends and family members testified about the bond between Elaine and Shauna, recalling happier times before things began to fall apart. But the evidence was damning. Surveillance footage showed Shauna purchasing a knife just days before the murder, and phone records revealed heated conversations that hinted at an impending confrontation. The jury deliberated for hours, weighing the grim details against the defense's claims of emotional instability. In the end, they reached a verdict: guilty of second-degree murder. In the aftermath of the trial, the community of Clarksburg was left with more questions than answers. How does a family reach the point where love turns into violence? Could this tragedy have been prevented if the warning signs had been heeded earlier? Elaine LeBen's legacy lives on, not just in the memories of those who loved her, but as a sobering reminder of the complexities of human relationships. Sometimes the people we try to save are the ones who hurt us the most. And sometimes, despite our best efforts, we never truly know what lies beneath the subject. The aftermath of Elaine's death rippled through Clarksburg long after the courtroom doors closed. Vigils were held in her honor, where candles flickered in the evening breeze, each flame representing a life touched by her kindness. Friends shared stories of her generosity, of the times she went out of her way to help those in need. But alongside the mourning came a sense of introspection. Conversations about mental health, family conflict, and the importance of intervention became more frequent. Local organizations began offering more resources for families struggling with domestic tensions, hoping to prevent another tragedy. For those closest to Elaine, the healing process has been slow. Her sister, in a tearful interview, spoke of the void left behind. "We never thought this could happen to us. You read about these things, but you never think it will be your family." As time moves on, the town of Clarksburg carries the weight of Elaine's story as both a cautionary tale and a call for compassion. In the end, her memory serves as a reminder that love, while powerful, is not always enough to save those who cannot save themselves. Months after the trial, the echoes of Elaine's tragic end still linger. The LeBen family home, once filled with laughter and warmth, now stands quiet. Neighbors pass by with solemn expressions, unable to forget what happened within those walls. A scholarship fund was established in Elaine's name to support students pursuing social work, a cause close to her heart. It was a small way to honor the compassion she showed throughout her life. For those left behind, the journey toward healing continues. Time may dull the edges of grief, but the lessons remain sharp. In a world where tragedy can strike even the most loving homes, Elaine's story serves as both a warning and a testament to the enduring strength of community. Please subscribe. Don't forget to click on the share button. Turn on your notification for more stories.